Welcome back to my backyard snack yard. On a slightly overcast day here in Dorset, England, we are in the middle of a heat wave, the first one of the year, and so everything is going to warm up very soon. So I thought I'd take the opportunity to come out and show you what is growing out here. Today I'm going to come out with some netting and just net all of these blueberries because they are all pretty much set now. And now is the stage that the birds like to come and eat them before they even start thinking about plumping up or ripening. So I'll get my mesh nets. I'd started with some of the other bushes already, some of their favorites. Look at these loganberries. They're starting to set too. The flowers are so pretty. And lots of apples over here. I need to start thinning them soon. They're due for their June drop in a few weeks' time. But I like to come around and just start thinning them ever so slowly because they're already getting to quite a decent size. And so I'll thin them down to maybe 3 on each little bunch. They start off with many more. And I want them to get big. Sometimes I've left them and then they just get like really small and also little bugs come in between them. So it's about seeing if there are any that are slightly damaged already. They can be the ones to go. These ones are red devil ones. They're really bright, beautiful, super sweet apples. And our peonies are starting to open now, the first ones. They're these pink ones here. Really big, sunny insides. Look at these. Big and blousy. There's even some pink roses in between here. And then we got the whites and the reds here. And the white peonies should be popping anytime now. This one looks really close to go. These ones I think are Shirley Temples, so they have like a little bit of a hint of pink to them. But yes, these are the ones I've netted, the pink currants. Because anything that's not netted, here's one that's not netted, pretty much all eaten. And then you can see some of them are turning slightly pink in there, inside the net. And then here we've got one of my newest fruit trees. It's a dwarf red Williams. So the pears should stay red. And there are a few that have set here, which is so nice. And over here we have loads of black currants. These ones are called Black Ben, or Big Ben rather. And they're meant to be the largest black currants, but they still taste really good, just eaten raw. A really beautiful black currant flavor, but they're like 3 times the size of regular black currants. And there are lots of alliums here, even some white ones over there. And lots of hardy geraniums are popping up too. They're such light and airy ones. And the mulberry, black mulberry, Charlotte Russe, is just still waking up. They're the beginnings of little mulberries. And I think now that the weather is warming up slightly, it should really start pushing out leaves and fruit, hopefully. The fruits are really quite small on it still. It's been slow to start this year. The plums, however, are plumping up. This is the Violetta, the Swedish one. There aren't too many, but this is the first year it's actually fruiting, so can't expect a bumper crop just yet. I've also been picking honeyberries. There are a few green ones left, but the birds and we have been picking them. The blue ones. Over here we have our gigantic duo pear tree, which is really fully laden. I've never had to thin out pears They always seem to be kind of decently spaced naturally. But I'll have a double check this year. You see, they're not too closely cropping. So I don't think I'll need to thin these guys out either this year. But these ones here are the conference pears, and then the other side has the Concord, which are up here, for example. Actually, you can't really see that because of the lighting. They're less red at the moment. Oh, there's all these apples here too. Look at this super long branch. This one always needs thinning out. It's an apple tree that was here. It's a tumble down one. So I'm not entirely sure what cultivar it is, but it does produce really sweet, delicious apples. And it's quite fun how they come down here over the walkway. We've trained it to go over this arbor here. But yes, lots of thinning out needed here. And then, let's go over here. Got this yostaberry, which is a mix of a gooseberry and blackcurrant, right over our little rescue hedgehog's house. He's asleep now because it's daytime. This is one I grew from a cutting of our mother plant that we planted a few years ago. It's also full of berries, but they're really good croppers and they're thornless. So if you like gooseberries, but you don't want the thorns, this is a great choice. And it's also okay in a more shaded position. There's also some cherries coming on our gigantic cherry tree. And the high bush cranberries are in really full bloom now. They're so pretty. This is the first year they've flowered. They're viburnum as well. And they're looking very nice. So hopefully we'll get a few of these really tart berries at some point this year. Here is my wild rose. I grew from a cutting. It's a Rosa rugosa. It produces these really big, fleshy rose hips, which we like to pick in Scandinavia in particular to make jam out of. It's really great for that. And they also have a really great sort of strong wild rose scent. Really nice. It's getting big finally. It's kind of branching out a bit. Right underneath the Szechuan pepper tree, which is also in bloom. So many little flowers everywhere. They're quite discreet flowers, but really highly scented. It's a really spicy smell around here of Szechuan peppers because the leaves are really full of all the smell too. Super spicy. And then my pineapple guavas here. With the one little early flower bud, the very first one ever. Look how beautiful it is. So exciting. There aren't any others. I have been looking for them, but they should be coming in the next few weeks or thereabouts. And of course there's a really big apple tree here too, which is a cooker apple tree. And here we have my persimmon. And it had lots and lots and lots of flower buds on it earlier this year, but they have slowly dropped, leaving just a few, which are looking super promising. And I really hope they open soon. I'm checking them every day, to be honest. In a very... Oh, look at this. And there's more over here too. It's a really beautiful tree. So really exciting to see all those flower buds up there. I hope I get a few fruits because it is the first year it has actually flowered. So it would be so nice to get some fruits. And then I've also covered my aronia berry so that it can produce some berries that I can actually taste for once and not have eaten by the birds. And Saskatoons over there. I just need to cover that one slightly. It's Smoky, this one. It's called Smoky. It's a really great cultivar. Of Saskatoons. Hydrangeas here also going to start flowering soon. And these little guys, American pawpaws, are pushing out lots of leaves. I'm going to keep them really fed this year and healthy. Over here we have a standard gooseberry, which is getting really full of berries, looking lovely. And then there's also, over there is that duo plum tree with a few plums on it. There's the one right there, for example. And there were a few on the other side too. It's quite a long branch coming out here. I think I need to do some summer pruning on it. They're quite spindly, these branches. And then here's a beautiful apple tree that was really damaged when we first moved here. But it produces these wonderful apples which are really a lot like Cox Orange. But I'm not entirely sure which ones they are. I mean, if they are Cox Orange, they're not quite like Cox Orange, but really similar in flavour. A really delicious dessert apple, I would say. And here's the hardy kiwi, which is really getting ready to flower. All the flower buds look really, really ready to pop very soon. I think just a couple of more warm days are going to do it. And I'm also making sure to water this one because they dry out very quickly, especially as it's supporting so many flower buds. This could easily be the best year ever as far as fruit is concerned. I planted it back in 2020, so yeah, it's really in the prime of its life now. And lots of red raspberries next to it, which are also flowering and setting fruit. A whole host of them there. And then right down here, some hollyhocks that have self-seeded, is a black raspberry. It's an American native. It's called Black Jewel, this one. And it's also pushing up loads of more runners here. Look at this. They're so prickly. But lots and lots of flower buds, so this is exciting. It's the first time we've had flowers on it. It's only a young bush. And over here we have the Mother Yosterberry. It's just like impenetrable, super big and so full of fruit. I think last year some sawfly came through and decimated all the leaves. But this year, there haven't been any. I wonder if it's been too cold for them or something, but either way, no sawfly. So that's useful. Oh, it's going to be fun to have these berries. They actually ripen quite early. They're bigger than most black currants, and then perhaps slightly smaller than gooseberries. But they have a really great flavour. And, of course, no thorns, which is a huge bonus because gooseberries just really scratch me up when I harvest them. But it's definitely a really big bush full of fruit, so really exciting. Next to the black raspberry, I just forgot the Himalayan mulberry. Look at these beauties. They just are so sweet when they ripen. They're gonna get fatter and turn white, and then they're ready to pick and they're super honey sweet, so good. And there are quite a few of them this year, so that's really promising. We've also got our Granny Smith apple tree, which is potted, and I'm really looking forward to trying our first Granny Smiths. I think I'll be moving this tree into the courtyard very soon because it's a bit sunnier there and it needs lots of sunshine. So that's just a little bit of what's going on here. I'm super excited to see how this season progresses and what does well this year. But it's all looking so promising at the moment. And we'll have to wait and see how it goes. But it's really been wonderful to get some sunshine finally. And it should be actually really hot right now, but maybe it's just waiting a little bit. So thank you for joining me. It's bank holiday weekend here in the UK, so we've got a long one. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.